Hey, my name is Chinmai Swamy, and in this video, I want to talk about how you can increase your team's productivity. Well, you know how challenging it is to get someone to do the work you want them at the quality you want them. But why is it so difficult? Why is it so hard to get someone to do exactly what you want them to do? Well, in this video, you will find out. Hey, so welcome. In this video, team is the most important thing in your business. If you want to become successful as a coaching business and you want to grow it into a 6-figure and a 7-figure, you need to know what it takes to build a team and how to get them to be productive, how to make them produce results. You want them to produce results, right? That's the only reason of having a team. So yes, you can be a one-person army and have contractors here, like on and off basis, for having to earn your first 5 figures, like earn your first $40,000, $30,000 of your coaching clients. And after that, you will start to notice that it's better to have a team. Even one person is a team. So how do we do that? Well, let's take a look. So in this video, I want to talk about exactly that. So before we understand how do you make them productive, how do we actually improve them, let's understand what team is. Well, there's this: increase team productivity by 100%. Let's see how we can do that. So the etymology of the team, the word team, goes back to the early 16th century, where it says persons associated in some joint action, a group of people acting together to bring suit. It's working together, right? And later on, it becomes to harness beasts into a team, to drive a team, to come together as a team. This is the etymology. So the word team originates from the concept that you have to bring people into order. You have to drive them into working together, to use in conjunction with something else. So that means you have to bring a group of people who are not organized, who are not aligned, into something they can be aligned with. That is with you, your team. Now, the dictionary of definition is the number of persons forming one of the sides of a game or a contest. That's a team, like football team, cricket team. And a number of persons associated to some joint action. So where you say a group of people coming together. So now you understand the team. Well, I know you already knew the meaning of team. It's always nice to understand the origin of every word. It gives us the answer to it. Once you understand what the word is, you will know. Now, what does it tell you? That it's your responsibility to drive team. People, if they're not driven by someone like you as the leader, if they don't have something external to them to drive them, then they will be disorganized. They won't be aligned together. So it's your responsibility to bring them together. How do you do that? So to be a successful coach, do you want to have a successful 5-figure, sustain it, and to scale it into a 6-figure business and then move on to 7 figures, you have to have a team. Else you cannot get very far and grow. You will be limited by your own self. Well, there are 24 hours in a day, and if you work 24 hours, hour to hour, then you're limited. Your earning potential is limited. So you can grow exponentially when you have a team member who can get the work done, where you can focus on what's important. So how do we focus on the productivity? This video is not about how you can hire a team. I will do a separate video to that. But this one is all about how you can influence them to produce more. How to have an awesome team? Well, let's go. Okay, so where's the thing? So 5 tips to increase productivity. Something you can do straight away. Okay, number 1, you're responsible to bring out the best. You're the driver. There's nothing else out there that can push them, that can make them to produce more. It's you. So if you're a team member is not performing, and it's your responsibility. So every time any one of my team member doesn't perform, I don't I take it as a personal responsibility to make sure that that person's performing. How do I do that? I know it makes sense, but if a person makes a mistake, it's not that person's mistake, it's mine, because I haven't trained that person and I haven't aligned that person to what I'm doing, to what I want to achieve. So similarly, you need to take a look. If someone is always making a mistake or is not performing to what targets you're setting them to do, you need to understand that there's something you can do about it, that you can change about what are you making them do. Is the right tasks? Is like you will come up with creative ideas, but first the starting point is you need to take complete ownership. That's the starting point. That's the first step. It's not the person's ability. It's not whether the person has the skill or the experience. No, none of that. Because ask yourself, you started a business, a coaching business, or you're thinking of starting a coaching business without any prior knowledge of having a coaching, of being a coach, or have years of experience in that. You've just started off having the will that you're going to do to create a coaching product to help your client. You came up with no other experience other than the intention to serve your client. Similarly, your team member can also potentially have no experience, have no skills, and still perform at a higher level. And that's up to you, because it's you who drives them. It's you who aligns your team member to work with you. That if you only when you understand that, you will be able to perform. You'll be able to get them results. That's the first step. Once you take complete responsibility, we move on to the next step. So next step is to train them at the right gradient. What does it mean? Well, let's say you want your team member to do videos for you. Let's take it something simple, like you're doing Facebook posts and you want your team member to post on all social media channels, and you want them to make sure that your message is there in every platform out there, that it's like you're there everywhere, like, you know. So if they've never worked on social media, if they have if they might have had any experience, disregard all the previous experience, because the risk of work of building a foundation of a previous experience means you are working on assumptions. You are working on old data, not the present data, because you have no idea how the other business was driving your team member before he or she joined your team. You have no idea. You don't know what the incentive was. You don't know what the intention was. You don't know what the purpose was for the team member before they joined your team. So you need to. It's good that they can have experience, but that for you, it should matter. None of that should matter. As of this point, you know that you have to take the person and train them from your own level, from your own viewpoint, from your business's viewpoint. So first train them as the right gradient. Is that, let's say you are doing social media post, so give them one. Tell them, I want you to you want them to post in 5 different locations, like social media, like Facebook, Twitter, group, LinkedIn, and Instagram. First, get them to post regularly on just one platform at the right times you have scheduled. Get them to do that. Next, give them 2 platforms. Let them do that consistently for a couple of days. And once they do that, check the quality, make sure everything's okay. And then give them 5. And that way you're giving them a right gradient. And the same thing goes for videos. Same thing goes for creating, I don't know, like if you want them to do market research or team or doing sales calls. Even if you want them to do a sales call, get them to listen to you on a sales call. Get them to ask them for their opinion. Ask them for their viewpoint as to what they thought your sales call went. And ask them for their own questions, what creative questions they can come up with. Ask them to listen in on more sales calls. Then ask them to do one sales call. If not a sales call, just a customer service call, just handling a customer service. Or just contacting a client out and asking them how are they, like basically best thing is to ask them to reach out to existing clients so that they can talk to existing clients and just get to know them, asking them why they felt the product was great, what are they enjoying the most of your product, so ask them to talk to your existing clients so that they know what kind of people they would need to be talking to sell them your product before just pushing them straight into a sales call, right? So that's the right gradient. You need to train them at the right gradient. That's number 2. Number 3 is only delegate what can be duplicated. Clear step-by-step instructions. That's the key thing. So if you can't duplicate it, let's say you're creating a business idea. That's not duplicatable. It's you. Only you can create that. You don't want your team member to create a business product idea. It's yours. So coming up with an idea for what kind of videos to come up with for your YouTube channel, that's your responsibility, not someone else's. Coming up with ideas is yours. It's not duplicating because you are creating new ideas every day. But what can be duplicated? Once you create an idea, once you describe an idea, once you take the idea and you make a video, produce a video, then that can be transcribed, added subtitles, posting on YouTube and other platforms, social media platforms, putting and then sharing and sending an email out to your list. All of that can be duplicated with clear step-by-step instructions. That you need only that. So delegate only what can be duplicated. So that's the clear thing. Okay, anything creative, you need to manage that. Always give one set of instructions. So start off with, this is also very similar to a gradient, but here is, let's say you tell them, okay, go to the videos, go put all the 20 videos online. That's it. Don't tell them, go to the 20 videos and then go do the website blogs and then come back and make the sales phone calls and do everything. No, just do one instructions at a time. Just do one, because that will make it easier for your team member to listen and just repeat it. Because if they can remember it, they will get the job done. Okay. The 5th one is, before giving instructions, check if whatever you're giving them, you can repeat it yourself. That means, like, if you are telling them do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then after the phone call with your team is finished, and then if I ask you to repeat what you just instructed them, and if you can't remember it, they won't remember it either. So best way is to simple it down, to make sure that your instructions are simple, that you can remember. So first, to start writing down your own instructions so that you can see if it's clear enough, see if you can repeat it. And I know you can use Slack and Trello and all those. Yes, the technology is just a way to make the process simpler. You don't dare, if you rely on technology, just saying that I'm going to just dump whatever instructions I want on Trello card and on ClickUp or on Slack, the Slack is not it's not what makes the team productive. You makes the team productive. Trello doesn't make the team productive. It's you, how you structure, what kind of instructions you write in the Trello card or in the Slack. These are the tools you might have heard of, how to be productive, how for team management. So relying on the tools is not how the team is driven. Remember, team was there since 16th century. Trello was not there back then. The leader was present. You are the leader. So Trello is just another equipment. And if Trello goes tomorrow, there'll be something else. But you have to follow these 5 principles, the 5 tips to increase productivity. And when you use them, you can use any tool you want. And that makes it simple for you. And you will see how the team member will produce, team members will get confidence that they can contribute, and you are validating their contribution, and it's a relationship which goes and it strengthens, and you're driving them to be better than themselves. And that's what a leader is. See that? Because the definition of a leader is the ability to inspire others to get results. A good leader inspires people to get pro survival, good results. A bad leader inspires people to get destructive results, anti survival results. That's all. Leaders, just if you can inspire someone to get results, you have an amazing team. That's all. So it's your responsibility. These are the five productive things which you have to do. Once you do that, you will see how easy it is to have the team you want, and how you can start to see how you can start delegating tasks one by one to the team member, and you will start focusing on what is important, which is sales and clients and coaching your clients and getting clients to get results. Once you start working on that, you will see you will be wildly successful. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, if you enjoyed it, I have another announcement for you. I want to tell you about help you launch an ethical six-figure coaching business in 10 days. I do this 10-day Launchpad program, which is absolutely free. It's a 10-day challenge, which allows you to come and join. Even if you have a coaching program, or if you're thinking of starting a coaching program, in 10 days, you will know exactly what kind of business model to have, what kind of coach you need to be. And in 10 days, you will know whether you can be successful, whether you will make it or break it in the coaching industry, what kind of products to have. In 10 days, that's it. And if you know in 10 days that it's something you enjoy doing it, then you will know it in 10 days. And if it's not, then you can just say, no, coaching is not for me. I'm going to go to something else. Maybe because coaching is not for everyone. So go to 10-day Launchpad and find out in 10 days, you will know exactly. In 10 days, you will either have a paying client, or you will be free from having the urge to just be a coach. And if you don't know I'll tell you exactly what it takes, the discipline, the exact mindset, what kind of things you need to do on a daily basis, what business systems you need to have to be successful, to have even one client. And if you can, and you will get to know that in 10 days, in 10-day Launchpad. And if you can, that's why join the 10-day Launchpad. It's absolutely free. Well, thanks for listening. And this is an amazing episode. And I hope you enjoyed how to make your team productive. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.